So we showed you squats. So what we're going to do now is an exercise called split squats, which is going to engage the same muscle groups but a little bit differently because you have your legs separated and staggered. So what you're going to do is same thing, you want to have that 90-degree dip. You want to still make sure that your body is in proper alignment, knee staying behind the toe as she's going down. You want to imagine an imaginary wall in front of your knee that's not going to pass so that you have this proper alignment going down. Working the quadriceps, the glutes. You can fire up or fire down. You want to make sure that your motions are controlled. No matter what count you're using, you want to make sure that you have a nice controlled movement, keeping your body in proper alignment and working the muscle groups that you're trying to target.
You want to make sure you're pressing down into this front heel. That's how you're activating the glute of the front leg, and the back heel stays off the ground the whole time. It never goes down. Making sure the ankle is hiding right behind the toe as you're coming down and coming up. So we're actually going to progress this exercise. When you come down, you're going to again press into that front heel so that you're all the way to the left foot and that right leg is free to move. You're coming down and you're coming up. Again, down. And
what this does is it helps to target one side and then you can develop the other side when you switch sides. But this is also going to be working, incorporating balance, because balance is an issue for a lot of people. So you have to have good balance in order to keep your body in alignment. So remember, we're working on progressions. You don't want to start here, but this is the goal for you to be able to get to from point A to point B. And then we're going to show you another progression where you're going to bring the knee up into the air, keeping that body in alignment, really working this left leg and the right leg. So as you drive the knee up, you're working the hip flexor muscles, which is also going to give you that definition in the glute on this side that you're working to give you that shape that you want. It's all about shaping the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, and your hip flexors to give you that overall look that you want to have to get those summer buns.
Alright, so the next thing we're going to do are dead lifts. So we're going to do them with dumbbells and then with a barbell. So let's actually bend the knees and come down and grab. Bring them up. So you want to make sure your heels are about hip width apart, tracking the hip bones, knees, and ankles in one straight line. You're going to keep your chin down so that your nose is pointing forward. All you're going to do is hinge from the hip to come down, keeping those knees soft. And then you're going to come up. Very good. So you want to make sure the top of the head stays in line. So one long spine as you go down, the nose is going down with you, and you're coming up. Now, if you're not ready to come down to the toe, you can actually come down to the kneecap and come up. The most important thing is to press into those heels as you're coming up. That's how you're activating the glutes and the hamstrings. So when you're building these nice, beautiful buns, you want to make sure you're thinking about the whole leg, your quads and your hamstrings, shaping the entire leg and entire lower half. Now again, for these you can change the intervals, coming down for 2 and up for 2, or you can go down for 4, taking it down super slow to the ankle, 2, 3, 4, and same thing coming up, 2, 3, 4. Let's try one more slow. Keeping the abdominals engaged. That's how you're going to protect the lower back the entire time. Okay, you always want to think about what muscles are stabilized, even though you're thinking about the muscles that you're working. Alright, so it's the same thing as it was before with the dumbbells. And again, if this is your first time doing the exercise, you want to make sure you're not putting on too much weight. And you also want to make sure you're not coming down to the ankle if this is your first time. You do have the option to come down to the kneecaps and come up. You again want to make sure the knees are tracking over the ankles and toes, so you can make sure the heels are right underneath the hips. You're sticking the booty out and pressing into the heels as you come up. And keeping the spine long from the sacrum all the way to the top of the head, so keep that chin down and come up. Let's try 4 counts down to the ankle, down, 2, 3, 4, and 4 counts up. Pressing into those heels, breathing out, and engaging those glutes.